we're going to jump into a quick little segment called Hype, Real, or WTF. And it really is just nothing more than I'm going to do a kind of a rapid fire of a few different subjects to you. Get your thoughts on it. Tell me if it's real or hype, whatever you might want to think on it. Okay. We already hit the first one, AI.
Real, here to stay. Over the past year, it's been mind-blowing to see the consumerization of AI. Through the tools I use every day, Descript, an audio video editing tool, can do things as complex as auto-leveling studio tracks and giving them those like studio effects. I use another tool called copy.ai, which I plug in a couple bullet points. It spits out a summary of a blog post. And then there's OpenAI with the folk there doing things like DALL-E, where you type in, a couple of words, it spits out an image. So absolutely real.
The metaverse.
Hype with a dash of real. So I think that VR, IR are here to stay, but I don't see Facebook's metaverse being the long-term environment that people adopt. Many of the people who are really interested in VR, AR are wary of Facebook in some ways. I think we'll see a metaverse type environment, but it's just not going to be Facebook's metaverse, or I guess now Meta's metaverse. It's going to be something much more organic.
Creating something more VR, AR based, but maybe not the metaverse. Makes sense. All right. One of the more controversial ones, crypto. And we'll talk cryptocurrencies for the most part here. But if you want to go into NFTs, et cetera, it's all an extension at this point.
So this one, I'll also say real with a dash of hype, just because I think that the use case for cryptocurrencies has been proven. And there are things that you can do with cryptocurrencies that traditional monetary systems don't have that type of functionality. So I think cryptocurrency is here to stay, but over time, it's going to get trimmed down to a couple of key cryptocurrencies that get that sort of widespread long-term adoption. I think Ethereum is probably the closest right now, just because Ethereum has so much more functionality over things like, a Bitcoin, for example. So yes, real dash of hype.
Fun one. Elon Musk.
I gotta say, WTF. It's a tough one for me. Elon's ability to take the things that he's passionate about, like making the world a better place, whatever lens he sees that through, is really powerful. You see it with Tesla. He said, hey, we need to move away from fossil fuels. I'm going to make an electric car that is so cool and so functional that everybody's going to want to drive it. I want to go to Mars. I want to go to other planets. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to invent rockets, and then I'm going to use those rockets to send up satellites so I can provide this consumer service internet that is cableless, that can be provided to anywhere all across the world, wherever they are. So there's a level of realness, but then at the same time, I'm just like, WTF, man, like stay out of the press a little bit. Like, are you buying Twitter? Are you not buying Twitter? What's going on? You're having babies with your account executives. It's a whole thing. So
there's a level of really cool that you've built out a lot of this stuff and just brought some of your dreams to fruition. But can we get away from like the reality show TV part of it?
Oh, yeah, that is a great synopsis there. Sometimes you just have to shake your head.
All right, last one for you, remote and hybrid work.
That one's real without any caveats. I think remote and hybrid work is going to be here for a long time. It's ultimately going to depend what your organization is and how you structure yourselves. If you have a remote hybrid policy, if you're fully decentralized, or if you are mandating everybody comes into the office. And I think it's going to come down to the organization, whether they adopt these sort of policies or not.